Hi friends, welcome to our low light restorative practice. Kind of continuing from our low light flow the other day. All that you will need for this practice, or I should say all that I'm going to use, you can always use other props that are helpful to you. I'm going to use a pillow, just like a regular pillow that I'm folding in half to make it more like a bolster. If you have a bolster, awesome. Use that. I'm going to use this pillow and a block toward the head of my mat. Yeah? Okay. And again, I encourage you to join me in turning the lights down, giving yourself this space to be cool, to be still, kind of underneath the glittering river of summer. So find your way with your pillow or bolster, whatever you're going to use. Sorry, I just put mine on my mic. But you're going to lay this lengthwise on your mat. And then turn around. If you're using a bolster or a pillow, it should be pretty much right up to your hips, and we're going to lay back on it. I like to elevate my head, so I'm putting that block under where my head would be so that the pillow is a bit of a ramp. And this is where we begin. And as you lay back, start to make some adjustments as you begin, right? Find what feels good in your head. I sort of like to roll my shoulder blades underneath me so that my heart can be a little extra open. You might keep your knees bent. You might extend your legs out long. Just, again, see what feels right to you. But allow yourself this moment to just settle into this moment. Settle into your body, into your practice. Sometimes I like to begin here instead of in a seat. This shape where you are fully supported, but also open. Yeah, that openness is supported. Your heart is supported, your breath is supported. Begin to notice your breath. Imagine a pathway, a channel through your body, through your being that allows breath to move freely. And then anything else that needs to move through. Yeah, any tension, any old stuff that you don't need to hold on to for this little bit of time. Let it also move through with breath. Each inhale is opportunity to draw in what you need, to call in what you need. And each exhale, an opportunity to clear out or let go. Or maybe offer up whatever you can. Once you really find an easeful way of being, allowing yourself to be held by the props, by the floor, by the earth below. The opportunity to amplify breath and intention and the resonance between us with the sound of Om. You might turn your palms down toward the earth, sort of connecting to that resonance. Or you might place your hands on your body to feel the vibration of your voice. In any case, find the fullest breath in that you can. Big, deep, full body breath. And then clear that out with your exhale. Let it go. Toward Om now, a breath in. Let that resonance stay with you. As well as this sense of support, a sense of spaciousness, openness in this shape. And try to keep that with us even as we move in a moment. Take a last few breaths here, see if there's anything else you could let go. Any other holding that you could release. And then there's no hurry. But when you're ready, you're going to roll onto your left side. So you may want to prepare with your left arm, right? Bringing it so that it could hold your head. Roll gently off of the props onto your left side. Take a moment, if you can, to reach behind and move those props off of the mat. Won't need them for a while. And just lie on your side for a moment, letting yourself get heavy to the earth. Now notice the heaviness of your legs, of your pelvis. Could they stay steady as you begin to roll your right ribs back toward the earth? And let your right arm eventually travel over to the right. Let your legs stay heavy. And now your right ribs, your right shoulder get heavy toward the earth. You can keep supporting your head with your left hand, or you might reach your left arm out to the left. Take up a little more space. Notice your breath moving. And if you could breathe through your whole body, are there any places the breath might get stuck? Places of tension or congestion? And without the need to fix that, could we just send a little softening in that direction? A little extra ease. And then again, let these last few breaths be a little deeper, a little freer, if you can. Now again, no hurry, but as you're ready, we're going to come through center. So you'll just let your right hip get heavy toward the earth. And it's okay if you want to use your left hand to help your legs come through center. And then over to the right. And again, just roll your whole self over onto your right side. Support your head with your right arm. And find again that heaviness of your legs, your pelvis. And then only as you're ready, as you've sort of adjusted to this side, begin to roll your left ribs back, your left shoulder back toward the earth, and your left arm out to the left. Letting everything remain soft. Yeah, I feel like it took me 5 or 7 years of this pose for it to feel like anything, because I always was trying too hard. I was trying to push my hips in one direction and pull my ribs in the other direction, and that effort made it so that my muscles were tensed, were engaged, instead of releasing. So sometimes it's by softening that we'll feel a stretch or a letting go. Allow yourself to be here. And sending that softness to any areas of tension, areas of stickiness. Find a last few breaths. Again, maybe a little bigger or a little freer than before. And then as you're ready, no hurry, you'll let your left hip get heavy. Again, option to use your right hand to draw your knees back through center. And we'll just stay at the center this time, so both feet on the earth, your knees toward the ceiling. Take just a moment to give some weight to your feet. Like, you don't have to push, but just give weight to your feet. Feel your spine lengthen toward the earth. There'll always be that little curve and away from the earth in your lower back, but Trying to let it relax. And from here, begin to draw out your right thigh in toward your belly, your knee toward your shoulder. And it might feel good to have a little sway, right? Drawing your right knee toward your sternum and then toward your shoulder. You could make some little circles here. From here, hook your right ankle over your left thigh. And really important here, rather than just sort of wrenching your knee out to the right, feel yourself first lengthen, like you're pointing your right knee a little more up toward the ceiling. It doesn't really move. It's just like that energy of lengthening. Keep that sort of going up and out as you open your right knee to the right. At the same time, root your left hip, your left butt, the left side of your pelvis, down toward the earth, sort of on a diagonal, opposite from your right knee that's traveling out and up and forward to the right. And sometimes just that sort of traction, that diagonal difference is enough of a stretch to just stay. Or if you like, you can draw your left thigh closer to you. You can hold on behind your thigh or in front of your shin. Also the option, since you have a block maybe with you, you can bring a block under your left foot, right? To just give a little bit of elevation without having to really hug and use that effort of your arms. Your left foot could also be on a couch or a wall. We're going to be here for a few breaths, so see what kind of softness you can find. You might try bringing your arms out wide, looking for an evenness in your rib cage and in your pelvis. Even weight on the earth. You can always adjust as you need to, taking it a little deeper or backing off a bit. This pose does tend to change over time, over seconds and breaths. Use the next few breaths either to stay a little longer or slowly transition to bringing your left foot back to the earth. Hugging your right knee again toward your right shoulder or toward your sternum, the center of your chest. And if you notice that your chin is picking up, right, getting taller than your nose, that's probably some extra tension that you're adding. So go ahead and try to bring your chin back down toward your chest, not with pressure, but just to lengthen the back of your neck. And stay aware of that as we find this last stretch on this side. Interlace your hands behind your right thigh and begin to extend your right leg any amount. It doesn't have to be straight. Straight is relative in lots of ways. So you can stay here, or you can start to walk your hands closer to your ankle. You can also kind of massage your leg here, like why not? while you're here. But again, keep the softness, the heaviness of your shoulders, of your head, the length at the back of your neck. So don't add a bunch of tension just to find a deeper stretch. Yeah, that's not what we're up to today. Bring awareness again to your breath. Notice that you're supported. And when you're supported, you can breathe more freely. The more you allow that support to hold you. And just 2 more breaths wherever you are. And then slowly begin to release this shape. Bring your right foot back to the earth. You might just pause a moment to again give weight to your feet. Feel your connection down through the earth to what is deeper and greater. And then as you're ready, begin to draw your left thigh now in toward your chest, toward your belly. There might be some compression between your thigh and your belly. For most of us, that's not a bad thing. It feels like some digestion aid or a little massage for your insides. And when you're ready, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. And again, don't just wrench your left knee open. Feel some extending first, like you're pointing your left knee up toward the ceiling and then out to the left. Your right hip bone, you're kind of drawing the opposite direction out to the right and down into the earth as your left knee moves out to the left and up into the ceiling. And again, you could stay right here or with a block or other support. Bring your left thigh closer to your chest, closer to your belly. But maintain that feeling of openness, of spaciousness, not only across your chest, but across your pelvis. Let go of any tension, any sort of gripping that might keep your breath from moving freely. Again, notice if your chin gets higher than your nose and bring it back down. Again, allowing yourself to breathe more freely. Just a few more breaths in the shape that you're in. And then take your time to transition, to let your right foot come back to the earth. To let your left thigh hug in again. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh. And there's no hurry, but you'll begin to extend your left leg out any amount. You could extend it away further from you, straightening your arms. You could hug it in closer. You could walk your hands more toward your ankle, and or massage your leg a little bit. Just here for a few breaths. And again, try to release the work. Work in this practice, this restorative practice, is counterproductive. It doesn't allow our muscles to release, to soften. Doesn't allow our connective tissues to rest. So be supported. Be easeful. Find 2 more breaths to let something go. And as you're ready, gently release your left foot back to the earth next to the right. Again, give weight to your feet. Feel how you're held and supported here. Our last shape for this practice is, or I should say, last shape before the resting shape, is any kind of folding compression. Yeah, so we've been on our backs this whole time, and if that doesn't bother you, you could just draw your knees in toward your chest. You could extend your legs toward your face. As long as you can do that, again, with ease and length at the back of your neck. If you feel like you've been, on your back long enough, you could slowly and carefully sit up. Extend your legs forward and fold over them, supporting yourself with your pillow as you might need, maybe along your legs, maybe under your knees or under your forehead. But find some shape that adds compression along the front line of your body. And even as there's this compression, release the work. Yeah, so if you feel like your hip flexors and your hip creases are tight or doing a lot of work, make an effort to find ease. Make an effort to find softness in those places. And bend your knees as much as you need to so that you can really find release here. No struggle or strain. Find 3 more breaths in the shape that you're in. And then begin to transition toward your resting posture. That might be Shavasana, lying on your back. It might be supported, right? You might bring that cushion back under your heart or your head. You might be sitting up against the wall for a seated meditation posture. You might bring your legs up onto the wall or onto a piece of furniture. Find yourself a shape where you can be fully at ease. As we're in this shape, I'll offer mantra, I'll offer more resonance. Just let it move through, wash through before we join back together. First, a few moments just to notice that you're supported, connected, that you are whole and free. Allow yourself to just be. Asato ma satgamaya Timaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityorma amritangamaya Om Asato ma satgamaya Timaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityorma amritam gamaya Om Asato ma satgamaya Timaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityorma begin to notice again that you're breathing, that you're supported and connected here, that you're whole and free. There's an opportunity again to amplify this resonance between us, the sound of Om that honors all that came before, all that's holding us up now, that honors what comes next, where we carry our practices, our intentions off the mat, and also this now together. You are, whatever shape you're in, kind of full body breath, clear a channel. Let the breath go. And then toward Om, a breath in. Let that resonance stay in your awareness. Gather toward it. And it's from here, from the center where we're connected, about you. With gratitude, with love, as always, thank you for being here, for being you. We appreciate you. If you want to support what we're up to, the easiest, lowest cost way is just to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It seems like a little thing, but it really does help more people find us and allows us to share these practices with more people, more places. And if you want to share this practice in more places, in real life, we have a retreat coming up here in the south of France in September where it will be delightfully warm, but not hot like it is right now. All the details are in our description below. Hope to see you then. Hope to see you before then. Be well. Be good to each other.